Welcome to the BWA.
Put your hands on the wheel!
Don't scare me like that. We're in Shiloh, okay?
Listen, he's driving, he took his hands off the wheel to clap for some reason. I was terrified.
I'm terrified too. It's like
I'm more scared of what Bubba Bass is doing driving this truck than I am of anything outside of it.
Listen, do you want to do the intro, Lance? Please,
Okay.
while I'm driving.
Alright, I got you.
I smell the pepper mill.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a BWA Ride Along. This is your host, Bubba Bass. I'm your co-host, Lance Lethal. And today we're going to talk about what just happened at CWA.
Wonderful show.
A great show.
Wonderful.
What is happening this Sunday at BWA.
That was show.
And everything that we've had thus far this year, we're going to wrap everything up here into a short video for you guys. We're just going to touch on some key points. First of all, tonight we went to CWA Memorial. Yours truly, Lance Lethal, was on the announce table.
Alongside with Bubba Bass.
Along with Bubba Bass.
And with Voodoo.
And Mr. Voodoo. Appreciate him joining us tonight.
Voodoo, if you're watching, we absolutely love you. You are the
Dude, let me tell you something right now.
Wonderful.
Voodoo found 2 metal sticks and got the entire crowd involved with just 2 metal poles. That was all it took, 2 metal poles. I got to learn to work the crowd like that, man. Tonight at CWA, we saw a lot of solid matches, honestly. 2 that we're going to touch on is the main event, and then the third match of the night, which was the primetime Tim White Memorial Battle Royale.
Which involved this time.
Which started with the host, Rodney Grimes, calling Brandon White, Tim's son, out to the ring, and giving us a good little speech on that. And Brandon told us he'd never live up to the feet of Tracy Smothers. He'd never be able to live up to the boots of his father, but he'd give it one hell of a try, and that he did by starting the Battle Royale and being the last man standing in that Battle Royale at the end. We fast forward a little bit, and Brandon Grimes comes out with Voodoo, gives us a good speech in the ring for the Memorial of Tracy, and he's interrupted by Hollywood, J.J. Fuller, Moneymaker Morales, Just in Case, and Jay White.
Is a really strange individual.
The problem here is these 5 men come out and jump on Brandon.
And Brandon is an itty bitty little man. He was totally helpless.
These 5 dudes come out and jump on Brandon right there in the middle of the ring. And to the rescue comes none other than the Mega Man, Rodney Grimes, Brandon's father, and Bullwhip Ballard.
Bullwhip Ballard. I love him.
Now listen, when I tell you
This man had it.
the end of the night, alright, to set up this main event, one more time Brandon gets the microphone.
Oh crap, no. Did you say that?
Yep.
What was it?
Nothing. Lights. Your lights bouncing off the tree.
No.
It's just
Listen.
your lights bouncing off the tree.
That's
Brandon
shallow.
gets a microphone and asks his father to lace up his boots one more time.
That's not scary.
To come out of retirement for none other than himself and Tracy Smothers, and just take a whooping to these 5 guys. And when I tell you that in that main event, Rodney, Brandon, and Bullwhip Ballard gave it an absolute, just all-out butt whipping for those 5 guys. It was phenomenal. It was electric at the end of that.
I cannot say that.
Something we got to look forward to this coming Sunday. The Luke Boswell CCK feud has come to a boiling point. They will main event the No Rope November pay-per-view quality show we're going to have in a no rope match to finally end this feud. We also have Jim Roos and Clayton Cross going at it for the BWA World Heavyweight title. We have Arcane and Berserker going at it. And that will be one for the Battle of the Behemoths.
Battle of what?
Behemoths. The large creature, I believe.
Is our camera like pointed towards the roof?
It is now for whatever reason, but it wasn't.
I think it's been that way for a while.
It's okay. They can see us, sort of. It's because you drive like a daggone madman.
I do not. This madman right here is blinding me.
You already drive like you're blind anyway. Where was I? We got Arcane and Berserker. We have making the BWA debut to challenge JJ Fuller, Christian Stone coming in.
We also have
We do. We have none other than the king of the Mid-South, Dakota Riley,
Baby Riley.
coming in to stir up the hornet's nest at the BWA.
By hornet's nest, he means the summoner.
Yes.
Take from my experience.
Dakota Riley has came in and poked the bear.
Dakota, you do not want to mess with the summoner, buddy.
He's came in and he's poked the bear. And I'm ready to see what goes down between the king of the Mid-South
I mean, the Tiger King.
and the summoning. Mainly Abraxas, because he has answered the call and said that no demon shall bow to a false king. That is what has me ready for Sunday. No demon shall bow to a false king. I don't know, man. I can't help but feel like Dakota Riley may have bitten off more than he could chew with this one.
I mean, honestly, Dakota, I haven't really met you yet at BWA, but if you're watching this and it's before Sunday, I just want to let you know you're dying, honestly.
Oh, Lord.
Baby Riley is going to get his butt whooped.
Baby Riley. If anybody's wondering, the Baby Riley stuff started at a little show called SPWA. I'd like to call them BWA's sister show because they support us, we support them.
It's like a sisterhood.
We appreciate all the promotion they've done for us over this last few months. We also appreciate how much you guys have supported us in all of this, because without you, none of this would be possible. We never once thought when we started this back in April that it would get to where it is. Like, we went from ring ropes that had wires exposed to fully brand new ring ropes. We got an apron. We got a brand new mat. Like, the shows came so far because of the fans. Like, because of everything you've donated, because of everything you've bought at concessions. Just, we owe it all to you. And even you guys that haven't been able to come out, you guys that like and share the videos, you guys that get it to one more person's eyes so that they can see it, we appreciate you so much. From the bottom of Lance Lethal's heart, Bubba Bass the same, we would just like to say you are helping us live out some dreams that we thought may never come true.
I mean, since I was a little boy and watched
He was a little baby bass.
little baby bass.
He was a baby bass.
When I was a baby bass.
Baby bass.
I watched.
A baby bass and a bubble bath.
No,
No,
it was a bubble shower.
a bubble shower. The babies take showers apparently.
This baby did. I watched Mr. John Cena feud with The Rock. I started getting into all the
Jesus,
wrestling.
you were a kid when that happened?
Listen,
How old are you?
17.
God, he's a baby.
Baby bass.
No wonder you keep getting your butt kicked.
Listen,
You're never grown men. Hey, we might have to cut this out of the video.
no, they can know what you're doing. It's fine. Mama Bass gave him permission.
Yeah, she did. We have a written consent by Mama Bass.
Yes. But anyhow, I watched John Cena and The Rock feud. Now, from watching
I
that,
can't believe that's where it started for you.
I mean, my first ever wrestling show was, I want to say, back in 2009. I was invited. My grandma used to watch this man, like she used to sit him, and every Friday night he would watch wrestling at that house.
SmackDown Live or SmackDown back then?
SmackDown.
Yeah, not SmackDown Live.
It was when the WWE still had the scratch logo.
Yeah.
There is where the ignition for wrestling for me come into play.
Dude, let me tell you,
I watched Booker T in the ring. Wonderful. And
my love for wrestling started, I was probably 7 years old. My uncle named Frank Mansell, the Tennessee Stud, Mr. Sexy.
Mr. Sexy.
He got me. Yeah, he's not. Lord, rest his soul. I think about him every time I strap up, step in the ring. Every time it's time to roll. It started around 7. He'd come get me on Sundays and he'd take me to their show. And I fell in love with it. The whole art form, from start to finish. Every bit of it. And that's why, I'm going where I'm at. SPWA, ICW, BWA. Like, at this point, it's about learning everything you can in the business and living up to what everyone else around you has done. Like, guys that dedicated their lives to this. Prime example at BWA is JJ Fuller. JJ's been in the business for 20, 30 years, and you can see it. The way he moves in the ring, the way he constantly controls the match, this and that. Like,
how he controls it.
You see the experience in JJ, and honestly, we lack that a lot with us at BWA, myself, a few other guys. We only started wrestling 6 or 7 months ago.
I started like 2 months ago, so.
And I know, as far as that goes, we're all proud of each other and proud of ourselves for how far we've came in the ring. And I know you can all see that improvement as well. All seriousness aside, we're in it for fun. Like, it's not about, we've yet to make money off of this.
It's not about money.
It's not about money. It's about fun, passion, and loving what we do. And at the end of the day, it's about going out there and living a dream that honestly would never happen if it wasn't for all of you guys. I'd like to thank the Boswells for letting us do this at their house and set up. And I'd like to thank all the neighbors of the Boswells for
throwing us in jail.
Yeah, for 100% not calling the cops on us every time we turn on these massive lights and have 30 cars parked in the backyard. Like,
sound system that's enough to
honestly,
hound dog.
It's amazing that we have as many people in our corner as we do, and I think that's the thing that constantly blows us away every single week, week in and week out.
That's what sets us apart from all the others.
We don't know if Hank Roost is going to make an appearance this weekend at No Rope November.
He seemed pretty badly hurt after the match between
JJ did get a hold of him. You got to watch JJ.
We tried to warn him before he left.
He will wear your tail out. So.
He said he wanted to be JJ. We said, you know what?
JJ did give him credit, though. He said Hank was a lot tougher than Jim.
I think that's just an insult.
I think that's credit to Hank Roost. Hank Roost may be the smaller Roost boy, but 100% Hank Roost has heart and dedication, determination, more than anything.
That's what wrestling means.
We're ready to have Hank Roost back full time. I know myself for sure would love to have Hank Roost back week in and week out. Hopefully that could be in the cards for March when we roll back around.
Or if we get a building.
Also, yeah, we're still looking for a build in the meantime, so these BWA shows could pop back up.
Anytime.
Just keep tabs on us.
Like I said, keep watching the ride-along
Week in,
shows.
week out, we're gonna do these ride-alongs.
If you guys,
We're gonna do these ride-alongs regardless, to keep you guys posted on what we're doing, where we're at,
how the show is.
yeah, what the progress is on finding a building, everything. We say No Rope November is our last show, which is very true. No Rope November is the last promoted
Show.
BWA show, but we are trying to bring the BWA to Savannah, Tennessee,
Somewhere.
at Max's Pizza, right across the street from Taco Bell. Hopefully on a day where it's warm enough. We're going to start earlier there than usual. We've talked about starting around 4:30. That way we could get some matches in before dark. And we would love, that one's going to be free as well. We would love to have you guys come out for that.
If that happens, it's still in the works. It's not.
We're working on it.
It's not for a certain. It's not for.
Both ass honking at his friends.
It's not a certain say so. It's just rumors that have been speculating around the BWA.
It's something we're trying to do. We're trying to set it up. We want to be able to bring you guys something. That's the thing. That's the big thing right now. And it's right there. Look, Max. Set up in the parking lot. Where are we at? Oh, I know what I was gonna say.
What?
I don't think I've touched this video. I'd like to talk about the turning point on the BWA, and I believe that was Red, White, and Bruise, the big 4th of July event we had. Dude, at that point, that was where we held that show. You guys came out in such a big number that we looked around at each other and said we could do this. Like, we could actually make this bigger and bigger each week, each month. And I feel like we've done that so far. Like, it's crazy the amount, like, you guys come out in freezing cold last week.
Just to watch us.
To watch us wrestle. Just a bunch of guys from your hometowns living their dream because of you.
As some people call us, a bunch of sweaty men in underwear hugging on each other.
Yeah, I'm not hugging any of y'all. I'm here for body slams and suplexes. Or in the words of the great Walker Hayes, stiff chops and body slams.
Well, you know, there was also another great quote, and I've been holding this in since Pocahontas.
Oh God,
It's just one of. All right, let me talk about a thug. Okay, you want me to tell you about a thug, Lance Lethal? You want me to tell you about a thug? T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail, because a thug can't spell. And that's all the time we got for the BWA's Ride Along. Please join us next time on BWA Ride Along. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.